This is a quick tutorial on your first assignment where we go through topics we covered in our overview of marketing introductory unit. So I won't spend a lot of time going through the assignment because it is posted to Google Classroom and we will have gone through it together as a group. But very quickly, we're going through the first 3 notes in the course and discussing 4 factors in the marketing process. So the 4 factors are, as you'll see in this note, need, so just discussing what need your product or service does, and you'll be choosing whatever product or service you would like to profile for this. The second part is the ability for your product to satisfy that need for consumers, how your company communicates it, and finally how they distribute the product to consumers, so from the manufacturing plant or wherever they make the product to getting it into the consumer's hands. So that's the first part of your project. Second part of your project is the marketing process. You'll discuss the 3 C's, which is the company profile, its competition, and a profile of their customers, followed by the broader environment. So that's the last note that we did where we looked at social trends, the economy, legal issues, and technology. Please note in this last section, the broader environment, you only have to do 2 of the 4 topics we covered in the note. So you might choose to do the economy and legal issues, or social trends and legal issues, or technology and legal issues. You get the point. You don't have to do all 4, just do 2 of the 4. So that's your project. You're going to do either a report or presentation, as you can see at the bottom here. So I wanted to give you a bit of a template. This is really the purpose of this tutorial, is to give you a template. So if you choose to do a report or a presentation, let me walk you through how I would like you to structure it. Let's first look at a report. So let's say you choose to do a report. Every report, when you're doing business written reports for a business environment, you're going to have a title page. This is what I want on your title page. I want the title of the project. I want you to put an appropriate picture. In this case, I just found a picture of my favorite band, but you might do Coca-Cola or Starbucks or whoever it is you'd like to profile for your project. A little word of advice: if you want to move a picture around, Google tends to default to this inline picture, and when you do that, you can't really drag things around. If you actually click that second option, wrap text, you are then able to move a picture around. So that's a little side note for you that I typically do when I'm doing tutorials that involve Google Docs. All right, so finally on your title page, you're going to have 4 things. You're going to submit it to me, your teacher. Please spell my name right. Submitted by your names, the due date, and the course code for marketing, which is BMI 3C. All right. Once you've done that, you're going to structure your report using the titles that I gave you in the report outline. So really, it's not rocket science here. Just go to the report and you'll see, if I click back here, you'll see I've got 4 factors: needs, ability to satisfy needs, etc. I've just used those as the titles for my project. And then I've given you a little cue on what you should write underneath. So make sure you have subheadings, and then write out all of your research. Please double space. I then add a section for the marketing process where you'll profile the 3 C's: company, competition, and customers, and finally the broader environment. So we're just following the structure exactly like it was outlined in your assignment. In every assignment I give you, I'm going to spell out exactly what I want in the order that I want it. So you just need to refer back to this document and say, what's the first thing the teacher asked for, the second thing, and so on, and then structure your project that way. So super simple. I've made it so that you don't have to worry about how to structure things. You just follow the order that I give you in the assignment. One thing I do want to point out, if you do choose to do a report for this, is Google recently added a nice little feature where we can cite our work. So there used to be an add-on called EasyBib that's no longer supported by Google, but life is super simple here. So I'm assuming you're going to do most of your research online. As you do that, you're going to come up with some websites where you found your research. We need to give credit to the writers of whatever research you did. So I'm just going to add one here just off the top of my head. But to do that, you go to Tools. So you found a website where you're finding some information. You go to Citations. We're going to use MLA 8th edition. That's just what we do. Going to click Add a Citation. Where it says Book, we're going to drop it down to a website. And I'm just going to use, I don't know, CBC News as an example. Okay, so I'm going to do a search on CBC. And then, yep, this is what I want. I'm going to continue. I'm going to go down. There's no author because it is a company. So I will go down here I'm doing this rather quickly, but I would make sure everything is right, and then I would add it. And I've got this citation here. Once my report is done, what you can do is just create a new page, and then you will have a whole bunch of sources here. Click Insert Works Cited, and Google will automatically cite it for you in the proper format. So super easy to cite your work. If you are anything like me, I used to hate having to do bibliographies and Works Cited. Google will build it for you. Just make sure you find your website, put it in MLA format, and then insert it at the end of your document. Okay, so that's how to do a business report. If you choose to do a presentation, we're going to do the exact same format. We're just going to do it in presentation format. So I've gone ahead and I've built this structure for you that you can follow. When we're doing a presentation, obviously we're going to have our title slide, and then I've just done a sub slide that says 4 factors of marketing. And not surprisingly, I'm just following the assignment instructions. I'm doing a slide on background, need, ability to satisfy the need, communication, distribution. And then we go through the marketing process, which is the company, competition, and customer profile. And finally, the broader environment. And I will do 2 of social trends, the economy, legal issues, and technology. So I've done the exact same structure as I did in my written report, except if you choose to do a presentation, that's cool with me. If you do a presentation, remember we're communicating a little bit differently. I'm not looking for paragraphs in your presentations. I want bullet points of key data that you find, and I want visuals on every single slide. So this is an incredibly ugly structure. I haven't chosen a theme. I haven't added any color anywhere. So if I want, I can choose a theme. For my class, please be consistent. I don't want a different color slide every single time. And then add an image and video. I'll show you quickly here on the background side if I want to add a video. All you do is you go Insert, Video. Let's say I'm doing Pepsi. Because Google owns YouTube, they've embedded this right into slides. So I might do Pepsi commercial. I will vet this ahead of time, obviously. Typically, so here's a Michael Jackson old school Pepsi commercial that features Carlton from The Fresh Prince, believe it or not. And if this is the commercial that I want, it's embedded, and when I watch your slideshow, or when you show your slideshow, that video will work for you. Okay, so please make sure you have visuals. Make sure the visuals are big. Minimize your writing with bullet points if you're doing a report. So there's your templates for your project. Good luck. We have a couple of days in class to work on it, and we'll be working in small groups, and I'll help you one-on-one as needed. Cheers.